Well, here I am. We are in. We are in day three, lovely loves. I wanted to come on and I realized I kind of came in hot. I was so full of energy and excitement about this year, about what was coming from me, what I felt building up in me, what I wanted to share, that I never fully explained my why behind doing this, behind sharing, behind being present, behind challenging myself in this way. And I thought that that would be very valuable as I continue on. And I want to say that I don't have a plan for the year of being in full, right? There's aspects of it, there's things that I know, there's things that I'm going for, there's things I want to experience. But in terms of what I'm going to share with you over this time, I don't know what that's going to look like. Right now, these next week, so I'm not sure how long, right? I literally don't have it mapped out for myself. I'm trying to I'm trying to show you in the most raw way the year of being. I'm trying to put out to the world the most raw aspect of that. I know there's things I want to share in terms of setting up the energetic perspective of this, how I'm going into it, things that are kind of guiding lights, right? The last couple days have been like, this is this is what the year of being is. And then the next many days are setting up the structure and the framework of what I've learned, I've contemplated. This isn't just I woke up and a couple days of writing and figuring out. This is years in the making. This is years of me learning and growing and reading and contemplating and understanding and diving deeper and asking harder questions and taking classes and showing up with mentors and saying what what is all of this? What do I know right now? How do I want to embody what I know right now? I started learning about personal development. Some people know this story and some people don't, but I started learning about personal development when it was not a cool thing to be doing. I remember being in my teens and sneaking into that section of Barnes and Noble just to flip through a couple like divorce books because that's really primarily what it was back then. Divorce books and how to find happiness and some pseudo spirituality. But I was drawn to it even back then, even when I had to sneak around. Now it's big names and big spaces and big places, but I'm still deeply drawn to this work no matter what. No matter how much I try to defect or try a different career or go in a different direction, this is my soul's calling. I have been called to this, and I really, really went deep on this work at about 25, and I'm 42 now. So, for almost the last 20 years, it started with The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, and it went into every range of understanding of psyche and physics and spirituality and all of it. And one of the things that so actually, let me step back here. Part of the reason that I'm engaging with this is because of what I talked about yesterday, about the aspect of self trust, about that feeling that you should go for something, but not really know what the outcome of it or why exactly in full you're doing it. And this is that. My mentor that I've been following for several years now, one of the things she did when she was starting to get her business going was she went live for 365 days. And while seeing where my business can go is part of this experiment, if you will, the other part of this is seeing how I can grow. Because for the last few years, every time I heard her say this, she said I'd go live every single day. I'd go live every single day. I'm a believer that everybody has different ways that they do things and strategies, and then energetics behind strategy has to be connected. The why behind why you do something has to be true, it has to be clear. I have to be a clear, energetic presence to be here. I can't be trying to I can't be positioning in a certain way. I have to be showing up with clear energetics. And so part of me realized I've kept being called to do this and I couldn't do it because I wasn't clear energetically. But the other part was I was scared. I was scared. I'm still scared. Every time I push go live, I'm scared. That's the truth. There's nothing. This feels like the most raw possible thing that you can do. I can't even look to see if someone's listening. I can't even look to see my face because this feels like the most raw thing you can do on the internet. To show up your face live to whoever wants to listen. Or even if you saw yesterday, my son came in the middle of it, distracted me. I couldn't keep a clear thought. But that's just part of it. That's part of our humanity. And so when I heard my mentor say that again this year, is telling her story, telling that story, telling the story of how she did it, I said, I went in with such a clear energy this year. Said, this is the year. This is the year of being. This is the year of me showing up live with this presence, with this energy, with this understanding that I don't know where this is going to lead me. But what I know is that my soul is called. I have been feeling that please go this direction. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we will celebrate and we will cry and we will be together in this evolution. And the main reason for me is because I think that in the online world, we're shown so much of what has been accomplished and what people have done. And, you know, they'll tell the story. I got from 0 to 1 million in I had a hard time doing it. But very rarely, or not very much, have we seen it actually happen. The things that happen with people, how they grow, how they evolve, to listen to it in real time. That humanity has been taken out of the internet, of our connections to people. We don't get that anymore. We get, look at what I can do. Look at what I did. I'm so amazing. Or let me complain about what I don't have, or how terrible this is. Or let's see some more sad news, or let's see a funny video. But the humanity in so many ways, so many shapes and forms have been lost. And I want to be here because I believe in growth and evolution over our lifetime. That when I opened The Power of Now at 25, that growth, that evolution, like what if I could have documented that? What if I could I couldn't even imagine to remember it at this point. But what if I did? What if I knew what happened? What if I could see in real time that opening that book and that realization and going each place and each space for all of these years? That's the fabric of our lives. That's the fabric of humanity. That's the fabric of personal development, of growth, of understanding. If every therapy appointment or EMDR session or realization or deep conversation with people I love and I care about, if every time I had these moments, these epiphanies, these philosophical changes, what if that whole story was out there? What if we recognized that, like, this whole bit of humanity and growth is so raw and so real and so beautiful? And those who are brave enough to continue on the journey, not just of life, but of growing and learning every day, of realizing that having hard conversations is hard because they're literally called hard conversations, but we're braver for doing it. And I'm braver for being here. I'm braver for challenging myself. Because as I look in the year of being, I think, wow, what if I had done this a couple years ago? What if I could have gotten energetically clear a couple years ago and done it? What if I had gotten on TikTok in 2020 when I started watching it and thought I should start posting videos? What if, right? That's why I said we're taking the what if to the positive, to the possibility this year. But don't worry, we will not skip over the fact that there is some grief and processing that's involved with this. So, this is why I've invited you on this journey. For so many varied, different, diverse reasons. For the humanity of it all, but also for it me inviting other people into growth in real time, evolution in real time, as we are all called to in real time in every aspect and part of our life. I think the deeper I've gone into the study of oneself, the study of myself, the study of others, the study of understanding what all of it means, we all recognize that there are things that we know right now, and that's all we can understand. That we always must be open to what other things are out there, what other things we can learn, what other things we can grow from, a different perspective on something. Because the things I share are the things that I know right now through my body of work and reading and understanding and delving deep into the human mind. But you can see me potentially evolve into something else this year. So I wanted to share this piece because I want you to understand why I'm here. It's not just, let me just put a bunch of content out there. No, it's that I really believe in the possibility of change that we all have within us. And so I invite you. And I'm going to close with that after having spent the afternoon ice skating and eating sushi off of a revolving countertop, um, which was amazing. I am going to retire and leave you all with that. And as always, if this resonates with you, if you've gotten something from this, please let me know. Please comment. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're with me on this journey. Much love.